going on? So I was testing some new lights this last video that I did with the mate, and I had some really dumb issues that were almost entirely just user error.
I know you think I'm an idiot.
So I've been working on this today, and you know, I picked up this guitar that I've been playing, and it reminds me so much of my little brother's guitar that I put together for Christmas a few years back. It's this kind of burnt orange baritone telly, and Reiner's like, I don't know, race car. Makes me think of like, I don't know, an old Charger or something. This orange just puts me in that same space. The little brothers, you know, with the chrome and everything, there's a lot of similarities there. Like many millennials my age, I'm feeling this draw closer and closer towards minimalism and reducing how much space I take up and kind of reducing what takes up my space. But I'm also finding out just how sentimental I am and how attached I am to the smallest things because of the relationships with the people that I associate with those things. And I was thinking about what makes somebody's sound. There are certain players that you know from even one note who it is because of their voice on the guitar. Doesn't really matter what guitar, it doesn't matter what amp, pedals, your voice is going to come through. And the biggest thing that I've learned teaching guitar is that there comes a point in your learning journey where you want to have a voice of your own, where even if you're playing other people's pieces of music and, you know, playing solos, you know, all the hooks, even playing it note for note, you still want to have your own voice as you're speaking this language, as you're telling this story. And I think a lot of people struggle with like trying to be really decisive about what they want their voice on the guitar to be, like who they want their influences to be, instead of just letting your voice be influenced, putting notes together that you think sound good. And I think where gear comes into play, at least for me, is hugely sentimental. This guitar, I was telling you this story about my little brother and this guitar that I built for him. And this Tausch guitar reminds me of that Parts Telecaster baritone. And it reminds me of my little brother. And when I play, I think of all these songs growing up, you know, diving back into some classic rock that maybe I would have rolled my eyes at only a few years ago, knowing that a few years before that, it was all I could listen to. As I personally take on some projects that are a little over my head and try to grow as a composer, as a songwriter, taking away the things that I remember hearing in college, I remember hearing from some of the colleagues that I've had when I was really young who just instilled wisdom into me, and listening to the words that I've told other people about letting go as a creative practice, as a muscle, letting go because more ideas will come. And also thinking about what is my voice? How am I going to go about creating something that's a little over my head and having a goal of growth and pushing myself outside of my comfort zone intentionally to grow. I mean, I've had this kind of dream, this goal for years of scoring a horror movie. If I'm honest with myself, I really haven't taken the steps necessary to even point myself in that direction. So if anything, this is a video memo reminder to myself to keep myself accountable. Hopefully you will keep me accountable. I hope this is encouraging to you to get out of your comfort zone, to grow a little bit, to just think about what is your voice? How do you speak this language on the guitar? Even, telling this story that many people have heard, you're going to tell it in your own way. And although the people in the audience or the people in the bedroom next door may not be able to tell what version of a tube screamer you have loaded up on your Helix, it will make you play different. It'll make you think different. And hopefully you can find that in all this gear that we talk about and let yourself feel, the warm fuzzies. And like I say all the time, it's a hell of a lot to have in common with somebody. So drop down in the comments below what a goal you might have for developing your own voice, whether you're a professional musician or you're learning in your bedroom. There's literally thousands of resources here on YouTube on how to hone in on that. Anyways, spur of the moment, soapbox over. Till next time, I've been Colin.